Welcome back to the University of New Haven's Business Analytics Department series on the R language and working within the RStudio environment. In today's video, we're going to get you, the user, coding in R. And to do that, we're going to be running some basic calculator functions as well as introduce you to variable assignments. So let's get started. Let's click in the console window and start doing just some basic math. So 5 plus 5 got to be equal to 10. Let's do 60 times 10. It's going to be 600. And let's try a division 1. We'll do 100 divided by 10. It's going to equal to 10. There's also some built-in mathematical functions. So say we wanted to get the square root of something. We'll start typing square root. And before we finish, you'll see a function pop up. And it also provides a definition of what the result of the function will be. So we'll choose square root, we'll choose 16, and we get 4. There are a number of other things you can do. You can do logs with various bases. You can do some pretty complex mathematical equations as well. Feel free to pause the video and play around a little bit. The next thing we're going to go over today is variables. Now, programming variables are different from the statistical variables you may be working with. They are a word or a symbol or a letter that hold a value. So let's stay with the calculator theme and do a simple variable assignment. Let's say Bob is going to equal 12 plus 11. Bob now has the value of 23. We can look in the top right environmental window and we see the variable name Bob and we see its value, 23. Let's try that again and let's do a single letter. Let's do W equals 10 times 100. We've now assigned the value of 1,000 to the variable W. And we can work with these variables too. So if we were to do Bob plus W, right, we're going to get 123. Variables are extremely powerful. They can hold something other than a number value. They can hold a word, an entire file, an entire data set, and it allows the user to manipulate that data within the value of the variable without having to call the data directly. Now, there are no naming devices that you have to use. Basically, you can name a variable whatever you want as long as you remember what the variable's value that it holds. But there are some best practices because generally you have other people looking at your code and you want them to be able to understand what's what. So it's best to use one word, or if you need to use multiple words, there are 2 different ways to do it. And this is more prevalent in other languages. But if you're going to be exposed to those, it's kind of good just to practice. The first is called camel case, where it will be the first word is all lowercase and the first letter of the next word is capitalized. And there we see the word camel case has a value of 3. The other way is using underscores. So let's try sum of, Bob equals W. Now we have sum of Bob equals 1023. And see, it gives us a definition of what the value that variable holds, as well as it makes it easier to read if you're going to use the multiple words. Once again, play around with it, get yourself comfortable. You have to use variables in any programming language, so it's worth kind of experimenting with. Thanks again for watching the video. Once again, click the link below and it'll give you direct access to the University of New Haven's Business Analytics Department's webpage, where there's additional scripts and videos to help you learn the R language. Thanks.